Hello, everyone. My name's Daphne, and welcome to our virtual celebration of Notting Hill Carnival. And for the second year in a row, we are unfortunately unable to celebrate in person, but here's hoping next year is different for us. We're here to celebrate today with you cultural heritage of our young people. So, a massive thanks to Ryan, the poet, and Poetic Unity community, who you'll hear more about in a few minutes. This event has been organised by PTCAN, which is the Staff Cultural Awareness Network of the Prince's Trust. The Prince's Trust is a charity for young people aged 11 to 30 that helps young people into meaningful, sustainable employment or self-employment, allowing young people to build their lives how they want. We have a huge range of programs for whatever stage of work readiness that you find yourself at. We have suitable programs whether you're still at school, whether you want to build foundation skills like teamwork, whether you'd like to improve your confidence and self-esteem, learn a specialized skill, or if you'd like to set up your own business. Even if you're also ready for the job market and you're just looking for that first interview. Accessing our services as a young person couldn't be any easier. Just go to our website, princess-trust.org.uk, or just Google the Prince's Trust. You can click through the various links so that you can see which types of programs you're interested in. There are also some get in touch links, and you'll be able to find our phone number too, which is 0800 842 842. I'm now going to pass over to Ryan J. Matthews Robinson, better known as Rag CV, who's going to tell us a little bit more about Poetic Unity and bring in the amazing poets that we have for you today.
Hey Daphne, thank you for the introduction. Welcome guys to this celebration of Notting Hill Carnival. My name is Ryan, better known as Rag CV. I'm a poet and I'm the founder and CEO of Poetic Unity, which is a Brixton-based charity. What we do is we provide services and support for young people across the UK. We use poetry as a tool to support young people's mental health, physical health, education, personal development, and community cohesion. Today we've got some amazing young poets who have been on our programs, been part of our events, who are going to perform. Celebration of their culture within poetry. You're in for a treat. So the first poet we're going to speak to is a poet named Reya Saint. Hey Reya, how are you?
Yeah, great. Thank you. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you. I'm good. So what does Notting Hill Carnival or just the culture of Carnival mean to you?
Just family and community. I remember going to Carnival back in Barbados when I was a kid, and it just feeling like
the real Carnival,
celebration of who you are. Yeah. Yeah, I actually never went to Notting Hill Carnival until I was much older, so the two feel very different, but altogether just celebration and just love, really.
No, I agree. So you got some poetry for us today to perform about culture and just some of your amazing poetry in general. Would you mind sharing with us?
Yeah, of course. This is a poem I wrote called Black British Caribbean. Fragments of me in a disconnect from stolen memories. Cultures cultivated, pride in stolen land. Shame ingrained in resentment, repressed. I'm coddled by reminiscence. Cultures passed down and cultures borrowed from those equipped to conquer. A patchwork quilt of identity, cloaked over the shoulders of the unwitting. I fly the flag. It's the only flag I've ever known. They taught us to forget for fear we remember and yearn to assimilate with lives that were allowed to continue without us, and we were ripped from soils where we were planted. They taught us to forget for fear we were invoked by rage, a sudden determination to return to lands we now do not know, to know who we would have been without them, to be without them. But then they would be without. So they taught us to forget. Cultures passed down and borrowed, a pride restored by lifestyles we were permitted. Then they taught us to be proud of queen and country, lest we be reluctant to swoop in and save them. My heart bleeds for land my blood has fallen on, land I have never touched, lost and floating between waves and waters which connect me from home to home to home. Lost lives scattered like ashes between grains of sand. There's something here to be connected to, but still, I don't know which way to go. Thank you.
Nice. I forgot to ask you, what's your cultural background?
My mom's side of the family is from Barbados, and my dad's side is from Dominica, not Dominican Republic. Dominica, because not a lot of people know that it exists. It's like a tiny little rainforesty island.
So when you go carnival, you bringing out both flags?
Yes, definitely.
I like that. Okay, Reya, thanks so much for that.
Thank you.
Thank you for dropping some amazing poetry. Also, I'm obviously, when I go carnival, I'm representing Jamaica and Ireland. I go with both flags, and I only go carnival when it's sunny. No, I'm joking. Carnival's great. Carnival's a great day to like see your people, and also it feels different in London that day. Do you know what I mean? It feels like the whole of London kind of comes together. Do you know? So I love that about Carnival, and I've definitely been missing it the last couple of years. All right, we're gonna go to the next poet, DJ Cat, all the way in Coventry.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good.
I'm good.
What cultures are you representing when you go Carnival?
What can I say? So, Jamaica, of course, and then obviously my dad's Scottish as well, and then born in Britain. But you know, our ancestors from Africa, so whole heap of flag. Whole heap of flag.
Yeah, definitely. What does Carnival mean to you?
For me, it's about community and, you know, unification of people just coming together, celebrating. Sometimes, you know, it's hard because we don't really see the unity between us. But on that day, for some reason, everybody's dancing, having a good time. Even the police officers are dancing. So, you know, it must be good.
True. All right, Kat. You got some poetry to share with us, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
You ready, yeah?
Yeah, the floor is yours.
Okay. Staring in the mirror, searching and understanding our features. Your image reflects. You see your family resemblance. You stare or hide away. My surname carries a history. I still don't know. And I will never know all. What that means to you, what that means to me. How certain characteristics, from my skin tone to my afro hair, where does that place me on the culture scale? Either it makes you feared or privileged. Understand and know I didn't ask for this. Imagine one or more of these. It's been passed down, often making one better than the other. A battle of history. My heritages connect me to my identity. Traditions to mannerisms, shared values. Providing clues to our past and how society has evolved, hopefully. Our identity, generation to generation. Expression of ways developed by our ancestors, uniqueness of our DNA imprint. Often searching ancestry.com is now a marketplace. We are often so excited to see what else we might be. Culture that is forever growing and evolving. We as humans want to belong. The elders are our library, living and breathing from the past to the future. When it comes to food, well, I don't need to mention, or I do need to mention certain words, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, for example, when I say rice and peas, you know that's Jamaica. If I say fish and chips, you know that's England. How did these foods become our associations? Have you ever questioned or just accepted a certain energy that flows, music to poetry? Big up Miss Lou for sharing our philosophy. History repeats, ever wondering. Man-made choices, what are our influences? An association, stereotypes, a collective, waving of a flag that shows your colours. Big up the JA sisters, 1, 2, and 3 on the track. Providing a style of fashion, talking, interaction, communication. The city you live to the place you rest your head. Culture and heritage is all around us. Yeah.
Jamaica 1, 2, 3, yeah? You know that.
Yeah, man. You know that.
All tight, Kat. Yeah, thank you so much for that, Kat.
Anytime.
That was amazing. Thank you. I hope everyone is enjoying the event as much as I am so far. Got some amazing poets here from across the whole UK as well, not just London. So yeah, we're gonna bring Diamond to the floor. Diamond, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Nice to see you again.
Good to see you too. So what's Carnival mean to you?
Carnival to me is a marriage of cultures and a celebration of our heritage. It's an opportunity for people to meet new people and experience new cultures.
Oh, we lost Diamond there for a second. I think her internet might be playing up. But yeah, what we're gonna do while waiting for Diamond to come back, we might go to the next poet and then bring Diamond back on. But yeah, this is the great stuff about doing things online, you know. Cool. Let's go to Demi. Wait, is Diamond? Oh no, that's Chauntelle. Let's go to Demi, and then we'll come back to Diamond after if she can get her internet working again. So Demi, how are you?
Hello, hello, hello. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm good. What does Carnival mean to you, man?
Carnival to me means community, culture, and for an opportunity for everyone to just be and live and be embraced in that moment. Like there's no judgingness, it's just pure positive vibes and we live for it.
And what cultures are you representing when you go Carnival? What flags are you bringing up?
I'm bringing out the Guyanese. And my nan remarried a Jamaican. I grew up with him as my granddad, so we represent the Jamaican flag as well.
Oh, I love that. Love that.
For sure.
Dan, we're gonna come back to you after. We're gonna just because your internet cut out, we're just gonna go to Demi, then we'll come to you next time.
Okay.
All right.
All right. No worries. Cool. Thank you.
No worries. All right. So Demi, what poems or poem have you got to share with us today?
I've got two today. The first one's a short one, and then the second one. So the first one I'm going to do is called Transfixed.
Cool.
The tone of my skin never used to mean anything to me. A blended family where colour wasn't a thing to see. Shades of night to the lightest white. Beautiful, and down the street we shone bright. Always looks of curiosity, questions like, how could my family be? Well, black is like the lottery. Any shade, any possibility, that's the beauty of cultural versatility. The probability is infinite. You see, to understand the complexity of mixed isn't a box that is fixed. Most belong to 3, 4, 5, 6. But the world, the checklists are set to restrict our mindsets, transfixed on the best bits that dilute our ethnic ties, teaching us that we can be simplified into black, white, other, mixed race like they're finite. Perception resulting in a constant state of conflict from the constricts of the mindset surrounding being mixed. You see, I don't need to explain for your validation. Thank you.
Nice. Also, anyone watching, by the way, who don't know about the clicks, this is what we do in the poetry scene when someone's killing them.
Okay, so my next one is called Cultural Journey, and it's kind of a tribute to my journey as a Black British person. Black, mixed race, lighty, half caste, coolie, Malteser. All the labels built till my mind had an identity seizure. All these words thrown on me before I even understood the word ancestry. Got lost in the tears from the confusion and fears of not knowing me. Spent years tracing back the roots of who I am to validate my identity. Had to fix up on my geography to articulate the mystery of what you see. Because to the world, I wasn't something that correlates to the history we were taught. Obligated to explain for others' validation. How do you simplify the complexity of many nations when the ignorance of our history is so blatant? You're not black, you're lighter than most. People getting caught up in the whiteness I spoke, eliminating me from connecting to my cultural ties. You see, my journey to connecting with my culture has been an interesting one. One that has caused me pain, one that has made me ashamed, one that has made me have immense pride, one that has forced me to no longer hide. One that has made me realize when it rains are the times the breakthroughs exclaim. Those days the world makes you feel most insane are the times you make those mental gains. And look up with pride. All the voices dimmed aside, I'm reminded of the unconditional love from my family. Music, food, laughter, and history were the pillars of our foundations. A blended family where love was the only currency obligation. A place where you left your baggage behind. A place where your color was never defined. A place where you could give everything or nothing and still be enough. Culture is that intense family bond. In my family, it is ingrained to go against the rhythm. Loud, brave, intelligent, and confident women. All shades, all shapes, defying the odds, doing what it takes. A safe place for us all to be, heavy banter and faces full of glee. Everyone chilling and whining, enjoying the vibe. A feast fruitful for the whole tribe. Culture is that deep feel of your homeland's music. Swinging your hips, closing your eyes, moving with the music with a drink in hand. Whether it's Dennis Brown to Taris Riley, all the beats had us feeling irie. Everyone in unison singing one love from the depths of our soul. Peace, love, justice, and harmony were the only goals. Culture is that complexed, mouth-watering hybrid of food. A full English breakfast with hot pepper sauce, detouring to Hackney to get our dal roti, Fridays cod and chips, Saturday curry goat, youngers always behind the elders taking note, Morgan Heritage blaring out on a Sunday with our Sunday roast with mac and cheese, rice and peas, Black, British, Indian, Guyanese, a mix-up of all the recipes. Culture is knowing, knowledge is power. Nan always had the full version of Roots in the background, all the kids focused, not making a sound. Grandad had us all sat down, pulling books like a librarian, educating Catholics, Rastafarians, anyone that will listen. Studied all religions, all sources, redefining the odds we live in, inspiring the next generation to never give in. Always stay driven, keep climbing those trees, every moment you seize. Our culture meant unlimited possibilities. Thank you.
Yes, Lemmy. That was dope. That was dope. Thank you so much. Yes, man. Some dope poetry, guys. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I just want to say as well, when someone's performing, make sure you guys mics on mute, because I'm hearing coughing, I'm hearing the phones, I'm hearing ding. The mute button's at the bottom, so when someone's performing, just put your mic on mute, just so we have a clear line. We're gonna go back to Diamond. Diamond, we're gonna try again. Hopefully, your internet allows us to push forward. So
yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. So what was you saying? Sorry, about the culture about how you feel about Carnival.
Yeah, I feel that Carnival is a celebration of culture, people coming together to have new experiences and just spread love.
And what cultures are you representing?
My mum is from Jamaica and my dad is from Barbados, so two different cultures there.
Love that. Okay, cool. So what? Yeah, when you're ready, let's hear your poem for today.
Thank you. So my poem is called Culture Vulture. Like a shadow disappears in the night, a photographer who's lost their sight, estranged from my family, but still I fight to be free, so I can invite you to see the seeds that grow my family tree. My roots, I tell only the truth, bearing fruit, the events that shaped my youth. Lost but now I'm found, living without bounds. In a world where we find it can, I've discovered I can create my own culture, circling my forgotten heritage like a vulture. I call upon my inner child and hold her. I need her to see the importance of her ancestry. Throughout history, POC are portrayed as lesser than a conquered clan, but I will bow down to no man. Obsession, ownership, commodity, fetishization of black and brown bodies. That's not my story. the fruits of our Labour government capitalised on by Tories. I'm proud to live free, to create a new commentary, change the narrative so that future generations can live, forgive, survive, thrive, and just be. I celebrate my newfound culture every day. I'm grateful that I can openly identify as they. I'm proud to be Black, I'm proud to be gay, and I'm proud to be trans. The impact these two blessings have had on my life is seemingly out of my hands. As I spend more time with my inner child, I'm starting to understand that society has gassed at me into believing me.
Unfortunately, we've lost Diamond. The internet is not having it.
Such a shame because it was really good as well. Really, really good.
It was. She was getting into it, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, Diamond. We're gonna have to move on to the next poet. Chauntelle.
Hi.
How are you? You're in the whip.
I am. Yeah, I am. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Diamond, we just wanted. Sorry. Obviously, your internet's not allowing us to hear your poetry.
No.
But we heard a lot of it. I heard
Yeah.
it was really good up to the point we heard it. So I don't want to keep going and then it keeps messing up.
I know. I'll try and post it in the chat if people just want to read it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, thank you, Diamond. Sorry about that.
Okay. All right. That's okay.
Thanks, Diamond. All right. Sorry, Chauntelle. So, what do you like about Carnival? What's the thing that stands out for you?
I think for me it's just the freedom to just be yourself, and just it's such a happy vibe that even if you go there not really feeling it, by the time you're going home you'll be happy. So definitely the freedom and the joy is what shines out to me.
Yeah, definitely. What about your cultures that you're representing? What flags do you bring into Carnival when you go to Carnival?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's cutting out slightly. It's like a bit of a delay. Can you hear me?
So I'm bringing my Zimbabwean flag.
Chauntelle, you still there? Chantelle's froze. The internet's not. Chauntelle, maybe log out and then try to log back in. That might help. I'm not sure, but we're gonna have to move on to the next poet again. Chauntelle, we'll try again with you one more time after. Jayda, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, your internet was good. Let's hope it stays that way.
I'm right next to the hub.
Oh, is it? Okay, Chauntelle, we're gonna come back to you after Jayda. Okay, we're gonna try again after Jayda. Okay, so Jayda, what about you? When you go Carnival, I know you go Carnival a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've never missed, apart from the two that we've had to miss. Those are the only two that I've missed. I've never missed a carnival in my life. And not on Hill
Serious?
Carnival. So, yeah, when I was like
So
7 months old. 21 years.
Mm. You went as a baby?
Yeah, my mum took me when I was like 7 months old.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and I've never missed one since then.
Carnival veteran, man. But what do you love about Carnival?
I just love the sense of community. Obviously, like I live in an area, so like being able to just like walk through and just like see loads of people that I know, just like everyone that I know from my area that I've grown up with, people I went to school with, family, friends, and stuff like that. It's like a really cool, it's just a really cool thing. Also, I don't like parties and I don't like dancing, I don't like stuff like that, but I don't know what happens at Carnival, so it just like awakens in me. I'm just like, yeah, let's be Black right now. It's cool.
I hear that so. What cultures are you representing when you go Carnival? What flags are you bringing out?
Got my Barbados flag with me every Carnival. My grandma's from Barbados, and she actually when she came to England when she was 2 years old from Barbados, and her and her parents moved to Ladbroke Grove. That's where they came straight from. They docked in Portsmouth and they came straight to Ladbroke Grove. So.
Say no more. All right. So what poem have you got for us today?
I've got 2. One doesn't have a title actually, and I have another one called Rum and Raisin. I'm gonna start off with the untitled one.
Cool.
14th of June 2017, the day our hearts turn green. One we wear on our sleeves so the world can see both our grief and our love. Our community bruised to the bone but still rising higher in the face of adversity. Justice is not just a word we speak, it's this thing that we fight for and cry for and die for. Politicians and corporations lie more, but we build walls of truth for all to see. We are living proof that there is nothing stronger than love and unity. They foolishly try to silence us, but the world still hears us when we walk silently. We want justice, and rightfully, we won't stop until we get it. They cut corners for small profits, which cost their lives, and we will make sure that they regret it. Responsible for the death of 72 people, and we won't ever forget it. We watch people die at home. I saw the flames rise higher, and they pretend to care about us, but really they're just liars, because Notre Dame went up in flames with no lives lost, and still the world was in dismay. I guess to some, the worth of architecture is higher than the price we put on lives. I don't know how we are expected to survive in a world that fails us, spreading love time after time. The fact that the cladding was only put on to appease some richer people's eyes, and that they'd rather disguise poverty than eradicate it. Capitalism rears its ugly head, but we pull together and decapitate it. We pull together, we pull together, we pull together and fight for justice. We make numbers, we make green hearts that can be seen near and far. We dance in August with our neighbors and still find time to pause and reflect on where we are and who we've lost. We may be poor, but run from no cost that will make them pay for the price of their mistakes. Apologies mean nothing when there's still people living in buildings with flammable cladding and their lives at stake. This is why we speak. This is why we fight. We march, we protest, we love, we unite. I think we've proven that a little bit of care goes a long way. Out of despair comes hope, and my only hope is that dying 24 floors up in the air makes heaven easier to reach. It's still hard for me to turn this pain into speech, because fire used to be an unknown territory, but now with every passing truck or alarm, I think of friends that used to be, friends that would have bowed their head in prayer that night just the same as me. We'll never forget our loved ones, even after justice comes. We, the people, are the strongest entity, black, white, and brown, but our hearts are green.
Nice.
Thank you.
That t-shirt's hard, by the way, as well. I need to get a t-shirt like that.
Thank you. Yeah, this is my Carnival Grenfell t-shirt. This is really cool.
I like that. What's your second poem?
Yeah, the next one is called Rum and Raisin. Rum and raisin children on hostile pavements, confined in impoverished places that now mirror London's richest faces. From Brixton to Notting Hill Gate, once the birthplaces of Black resistance, free riots across the 80s in Brixton, the Mangrove 9 from W10 spent 55 days in trial, which led to the first judicial acknowledgement of racism in the Met. And never forget that Stephen Lawrence ran 120 meters after being stabbed before bleeding to death, wrong or right. No one can deny the impact of the death of Mark Duggan. Right spawned across the country because the police shot him. That's more than 180 ethnic deaths in police custody since 1990. And if you didn't hear me, I said that's more than 180 ethnic deaths in police custody since 1990. Let's watch the racism and transgress. Arsenal's top goal scorer Ian Wright played at England for 8 years, but only appeared 33 times. Now, I can sit there and wait for you to do the maths, or I can let you know that he definitely would have played more if he was white. And has any other MP ever seen as much racist, sexist harassment, even death threats, than Diane Abbott, the first Black woman MP, who has been criticised more for public figures than other MPs who have used the N-word? But what did the government care about Black emotion? SS Windrush brought 492 Caribbean people across the ocean, the first group of post-war Caribbean immigrants, to help rebuild a country that decades later would say they can no longer live in. But what does the government care about Black faces? We've seen the people of the Windrush generation wrongly deported in at least 83 cases. Did the heat of the melting pot boil down to this moment? They tell us to go back to where we came from, those Caribbean and African places, and only let's be British when we're Dina Asher Smith winning races, or Grammy nominated like Jonah Trading, an accomplished writer, Black British Benjamin Zephaniah, or a Frank Bruno fighting boxers top rated. Being Black British is an oxymoron of love and frustration, and being Black British and famous is a constant battle between hate and admiration. Because you'll be accepted as long as you're a Briton, but never let your blackness be part of the celebration. And you'll be loved as long as you're winning, but if you take a loss, then your blackness will be the forefront of your condemnation. So let's just have one more rum to raisin, another Black British generation of children on hostile pavements, confined in impoverished places that still manage to become some of Britain's most popular faces. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you so much, Jayda, for that. That was amazing.
Thank you.
And yeah, big up for the t-shirt again.
Thank you, guys.
Cool. Is Chauntelle back, or she left us? Internet is playing with us today.
I think she cut out. But yeah, nothing short of amazing. Oh, I've got like just goosebumps. Absolutely amazing, guys.
Yeah, you guys have been amazing today. Like, before we're gonna see if Chantelle's gonna come back, but before she does, if she does, I just want to big up Reya Saint, who is the first poet today. She was amazing. Big up DJ Cat. I see you, Cat. Who was second.
What's up?
Big up Demi. Also very amazing. Big up Jayda as well, who was amazing as well. And big up Diamond, who was amazing when she was performing until the internet wanted to play about. So yeah, big up Diamond, and also big up Chauntelle. We might not be able to get her back in. I was gonna say, Daphne, if you, what do you reckon in terms of maybe letting one of these guys perform another poem if they want to?
I say, why not? We've got the time, and hopefully by then Chauntelle would have joined us. So please, if you've got more, I'm ready to get more big goosebumps. That's absolutely amazing. If you've got stuff, guys, go ahead, please.
I know these guys have got poems for days. So because Kat was the first one out of everyone who's left in here, Kat, have you got something that you'd want to share?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
All right. You ready, yeah?
Yeah, when you're ready.
All right then. Teacher, show me what I can be. The Windrush generation I come from and I love to see. Our own heroes that are happy not to be in the limelight. A strong and powerful community, often forgotten. We are one. Togetherness survived speeches of Enoch Powell, racism, poverty, and gave us our history and freedom. The Windrush generation I am proud to see. I am Caribbean proudly. Integrated British, slamming down dominoes and cooking beautifully. The Windrush generation, we owe it all to you. You taught the next on what we can be. Doing jobs others didn't want to do. Give it all in the NHS and on the buses and made it your own. Built a new England, did the best out of the inevitable. Government, please understand, what did they do for you and me? Don't use and abuse, know your own history. Don't be afraid of that melanin. Understand your history. Black can also be within you. Windrush generation, I thank you. Remember the 22nd of June, the Windrush Day, created out of a scandal. There is so much more to say to this generation, but for now, it's your turn, and I thank you. Yeah.
Love that. I love that. Do you know what's mad? Like my granddad wasn't part of the Windrush generation, but he came here on a boat. I think it was just before that time. In fact, sorry, just after the Windrush. And it's just mad to think how long, like our grandparents or parents, like went on a boat to come here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and like we're just getting.
Yeah.
Go on.
I was just gonna say how, for me, it's just mad how they came here, they did all of that, and Britain has never ever accepted them, ever. If you ask any of the elders, they'll tell you the same way, that they never felt accepted, and we're still feeling the brunt of it now, and it's never changed.
That's true. That's very true. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but no one could deny the impact the Windrush generations had on Britain. Like, it's had a very big impact, very positive impact. So yeah, big up, man. That's dope. Chauntelle, you here? You hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I am. I don't know what's wrong with the internet today. Gosh.
It's a mad delay on there, isn't it? Yeah, there's a mad delay
Oh,
still.
yeah, it's a delay.
Do you want to try and perform? Do you want to try it?
Yeah, I mean, can you hear me? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do a piece called Cornrows. So a bit of background on the hairstyle. Okay. So cornrows have long been a facet of African beauty and life. In many African societies, braid patterns and hairstyles can indicate whether a female is single or if she's a wife. They also identify a person's community, age, and social position, their wealth, power, and religion. In the Caribbean, the style may be referred to as cane rolls to represent slaves planting sugarcane and not corn. You see, some slaves slept in fields where they were inhabitants with corn as their neighbors. They had no social media or hobbies, and so running in amongst the corn rolls were moments that they savored. Because that same corn is what they planted in the hot sun was being beaten, bruised, and mistreated for their unpaid labor. It's more than just a hairstyle. It's history. Braids were often used to relay messages between slaves, significantly signaling that they were going to escape. Read between the lines. Some even used to hide golden seeds in between the lines to help them survive once they would run away. You see, it's more than just a protective hairstyle. It's history. The bright mind of a woman. Women slaves were initially perceived as a lesser threat. So this meant they could hide symbols and items in their hair that they would carry, which had various meanings. So therefore, despite being raped and treated as sexual objects by slave masters, their crown carried messages of hope and freedom. It's more than just a trend. It's history, ancestry, it's culture, the patterns, the structure. There is an undeniable richness of beauty in the strands of hair that we possess. And that's why society tries to keep the natural hair wearers oppressed by telling us that natural hair is unprofessional, it's ugly, it's unconventional, it's nappy. But dear Black King, dear Black Queen, illuminate this earth and glow with pride in your melanin, knowing that there is a richness of beauty and strength and wisdom that lies within each coil, each plait, each thread, each strand. You see, it's more than just a movement. It's more than just a hashtag. It's more than just hair. It's history.
Yeah, that was dope. That was dope, man. Got there in the end, Chauntelle. Got there in the end.
Got there in the end.
Yeah, you're teaching them, man. You know what? I didn't even know that. Obviously, I know the I know I've heard cornrows, cane rolls. I've heard everything, but I didn't know the difference between the two. So I think
it all stems from because you know when you see like a field of corn, right, or field of cane, it's like that, isn't it? With so it's interesting, but it's more than just the hairstyle.
100%, man, 100%. Listen, Chauntelle, thanks so much for that. That was amazing. We still got time to give Jayda and Demi another poem if they want to do one. Do you guys want to do a poem? Jayda? Cool. Go on, Jayda.
This doesn't have a title either. I wrote this a few years ago for the anniversary of the Windrush. Yeah. Searching What to mute my TV? Searching for a nurse, put money in her purse to leave her home of sun and sand, to work for a people with cold shoulders and racist notions, bring her across the ocean to the motherland. Searching for a nurse of a hue we do not value and intelligence that we doubt, to extend her healing hand and ignore the abuse and the slurs they shout. Go back to where you came from. Blacks taking over our country, even though we didn't come to Britain, more like Britain came to we. It's no coincidence that the docking of Empire Windrush and the NHS share the same anniversary. Caribbean immigrants were colonization's bursary to Britain's champion free healthcare. 5,000 Jamaican women staffed Britain's hospitals by 1977, but still stereotyped as living off of welfare. Good for nothing. Only if nothing is arriving in a foreign land to rebuild into something. Never credited for their labor, just condemned for being a burden. Imagine if those Caribbean women had never responded to the search for nurses who can withstand the curses with racial overtones, being told to go back home after she'd just been told to come. The simple fact is the NHS could not and would not run without the hard-working hands of immigrants. That, despite being treated like second-class citizens, still made up 12% of nurses helping to save lives. Disgusting that someone from the Windrush generation could have their cancer treatment denied, when without that Windrush generation, the National Health Service could not have survived. Britain's national wealth was partly generated by floating immigrants over tides. So remember this next time that you're searching for a nurse. Put money in her purse to leave her home of sea and sand. She has worked for you and saved you too. So you cannot just simply send her back. Thank you.
That was amazing. Thank you, Jayda. Yeah, listen, man. Windrush generation, big impact on us all, man. So, like, yeah, such a blessing to be, part of this generation, which obviously has benefited from it. And obviously, we've seen our grandparents and parents, who, the majority of us, a lot of us in London, actually, specifically, not just London, but in London a lot. There's a lot of us who are descendants of immigrants or immigrants ourselves. So, we've played a big part in the UK. Big up everyone that's played a part.
Yeah.
Demi, did you want to do one more, or are you good? Either way is fine.
The one I've got is a bit long.
Okay. What's long?
I don't mind doing it. I don't mind. No, like 6 minutes.
That's fine. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. All right. This is called Unfiltered Thoughts. If you give me a moment to vent, a moment to breathe, there are so many things in my head that my brain cannot conceive. A moment to explain, a moment to digest, a moment to just get some things off my chest. I have heard and seen so much pain. I've watched my people cry and break from going insane. So much injustice, it burns you to the core, watching brothers dying because our validness was ignored. Shot down on pavements like they were participants in a game, watching the killer gain pages of fame. Maybe he's ill, maybe he's temporarily insane. Any excuse to throw at the law to avoid a white man being blamed. Watch back in silence because the government do not care. Watch on the news communities gather as they try to repair. Police turn a blind eye as we shout and scream, with our only hope being that this story is seen. Hoping a celebrity or hashtag has our back, because social media hounding is the only effective attack. Still not equal, but do those outside of other honestly care? As long as you have those cool braids in your hair, because it's fashion, because it's cool. But educate yourself on our years of public ridicule. Getting kicked out of school because our braids were once viewed as barbaric, told not to return because we look too savage. Getting called ghetto and told we don't talk quite right, but then you sit listening to Drake singing, I'm about that life. Tracksuits and black armor still being deemed as a target, with our brown girls still being stolen and sold on the market, still being stopped and checked for just being black. God forbid this is ever seen as an attack. Still being paid 3/4 of the amount, but who cares when you're the only beneficiaries of the account? Becoming the token for your company's quota, putting us all on your lottery rota. Hide the real injustice, cover it in a favor, thinking that our lack of trust will waver. with the roots of colonization embedded in our brains, watching leaders preach blatantly with hate running through their veins. The police do not protect us. The government rejects us. The ex-president denies our residence, and China puts us in cages, while leaders in Africa are still exploiting their people for wages. India and the Caribbean are bleaching, while the white supremacists are still preaching, reaching, breaching everywhere with no clear sign of how to repair. The problems are so deep we cannot bear. Told we are free, but how can that be when everywhere we go we are seen as a disease? Coronavirus conspiracies bringing me down to my knees. How can a virus be biased to minorities? The more and more that keeps going round in my mind, the more I search, the more I find. So many questions and theories going back and forth in my head, but the one question that keeps coming up is, why is it always our people predominantly dead? So we battle with the devil in our dreams because the science of our suffering is fraying at the seams, saying we're fine when we're anything but, when the pain in our soul feels deeper than a cut. Some internalize and some create peaceful havens, places we feel a little less strained in. Black pride in Black Lives Matter, creating platforms, creating safe places where we do not have to reform. We call it pro-Black, some call it racist, but we're just trying to find a place where we feel the safest. Use our voices so we can uplift and empower, inspire and educate the masses, plant our seeds to flower. Ignore the voices, for we won't cower, knowing that our resilience will forever tower. For we are stronger together, and that is our superpower. Thank you.
Love that, love that, love that. Thank you, Demi. So listen, guys, it's been an amazing event. We've pushed through the internet issues as we do. We don't let it stop us. Yeah, we're poetic unity regardless. Yeah, and I just want to big up again all the poets that I performed today. Big up Reya Saint, big up DJ Cat, big up Demi, big up Jayda David, big up Chauntelle, and also big up Diamond, who got some of it out. I couldn't get all of it out, but she was still amazing. And also, just before we pass it back to Daphne, I just want to say thank you for joining us today. If you want to know more about Poetic Unity, which is a Brixton-based charity, please go to our website, poeticunity.org.uk, or go to our Instagram, which is at Poetic Unity, and our Twitter, Poetic_Unity. If you want to get involved, especially if you're a young person watching this and you want to get involved in doing more poetry, workshops, events, yeah, just get in contact, man. Thanks so much, and yeah, Daphne.
Thank you, Rags. Honestly, I'm just blown away by the talent. And yeah, I think I've learned loads today, and I'm sure anyone viewing has as well. But also, just want to say massive thank you to all, massive thank you to the poets, to Ryan, and to Poetic Unity as well. And also not forgetting to everyone who has dialed in with us. And please know that as a young person, you can get in touch with either charity whenever you feel like you need any support. But yeah, I think that's us. Just have a great evening, guys. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.